He was trending on Twitter and made it on ESPN. Not a bad week for a Lakeridge High School senior.
And Fox 12's Nick Krupke spent this afternoon with Jimmy Lee.
What do you do when you can't play the sport you love but still want to be involved with the team? If you're Lakeridge High School senior Jimmy Lee, you accept the role of team manager, and a darn good one at that. But Jimmy is more than just a manager for the varsity boys basketball team. The brain cancer survivor is pacing the Pacers after having hoops ripped from his life, but not from his heart.
Let's have a good practice today, guys. Gonna work on three. 1, 2, 3, go to work!
Lakeridge High School senior Jimmy Lee is a big deal in the land of the Pacers.
Considering just how big Jimmy is, his nickname is Worldwide because he just knows everyone in the state.
Yeah, he's big time. He's the best manager in Oregon, so we believe that, and he certainly proves that. That's not something that we gave him. He earned that title, so he's the man. Let's go, guys! I tell everybody that Jimmy's either gonna be a sports agent or a politician.
Worldwide, Jimmy has a custom greeting for every player on the roster.
I remember 14 different handshakes.
Jimmy does the tedious stuff, and Jimmy does the dirty work.
Yeah, I did puke cleanup once. It was so gross.
Jimmy also does his homework.
He's left-hand dominant, doesn't really like to go right-handed.
Advanced scouting every team the Pacers play.
I see everything ahead of time. I know what they're going to come at us with.
Hoping to spin his manager and scouting roles into a future NBA gig, Jimmy got to be just one of the guys this past Tuesday night.
Got that board, hey! That shocked me. I was like so happy, but it really blew my mind that he planned to suit me up.
Not only suiting up, but starting on senior night against Canby.
It's the biggest adrenaline rush I've ever experienced.
And Jimmy notched the lone points of his high school career on the opening possession.
I was just happy for him because that's every kid's dream to hit a shot and have people screaming your name.
The whole school cheering for me, I've never had that type of feeling before.
A real freeze time moment. The first time Jimmy had laced up his Nikes in a game since he was 12.
They told me, you have cancer and we don't think you're ever going to play again. And that devastated me because basketball was my life prior to that.
Fighting and defeating brain cancer, where doctors thought he may never walk again, let alone hoop it up again.
The doctor pulled my dad out of the office and my dad was tearing up and he said, you have cancer. And that was just I was like, no, I don't.
Emergency surgery to remove a tumor was followed up by 7 draining months of radiation and chemotherapy.
Chemo was the hardest thing that I've ever experienced. I couldn't eat, didn't really have a social life, couldn't go to school, lost a lot of friends, lost a lot of weight. It was not fun. Relax, relax.
Back on his feet, back in the game, and beloved by many. The hashtag #GetJimmyOnSportsCenter was trending after the game on Twitter.
Someone to me said, you should do the hashtag #GetJimmyOnSportsCenter. I'm like, why not? It's a long shot, but you never know without trying.
How do we know about the Jimmy Lee story?
Trying got worldwide to the worldwide leader.
That same night, I put my phone in another room when I went to bed because it just kept blowing up.
Jimmy got on ESPN's Thursday morning edition of SportsCenter.
You got Jimmy on SportsCenter.
Absolutely.
This is why we love sports.
Just another court vision that came to fruition for worldwide Jimmy Lee.
You got a grin from ear to ear.
Yeah.
When's that going to be wiped off, or can it be?
I don't think I ever will.
Jimmy spent his freshman year as the manager at Lake Oswego before transferring over to Lakeridge. The Pacers began OSAA 6A playoff competition this Tuesday night at Jesuit High. This is the final year of annual checkups for Jimmy for moving to every 5 years to keep that cancer away. In studio, Nick Krupke, Fox 12 Oregon.